Check the weight machine. Weight machine's functional. Bell functional. 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 Little guy, stretching guy. Functional.
Grandpappy's joined in.
Grandpappy's aboard the ship.
Howdy hi, guy. Howdy hi, Grandpappy.
Checking sound effects. It is time.
Showtime!
Showtime. Everything seems to be functional. Can't get that horse to shut up.
We're galloping off.
Yeah, we're galloping gourmets here. All right.
But we're on.
All
we're
right.
up.
We are
we're
up.
Going.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Midnight Movie Middays Mayhem with your host,
Co-host Denny. I'm Denny.
your co-host. We're both hosts.
I'm Booger.
All right. Well, anyways.
I'm Denny.
Big Denty.
Big Denty.
And I'm your man with the many smiles, Big Rich Y. Can I be big Rich Y? I'm pretty
you
big.
Can be whatever you want.
Pretty big.
You are.
Who was it? Who was it that recently? Oh, you went to Donut Land, remember? And they thought you were me, I think, because they think we look alike. Even though I have this, and Denny's more kempt, and I'm unkempt.
Okay.
But Denny, today,
yes.
Before we start anything, wait. I always have to start with the shout out to Raven's Rookery. Okay, my buddy Raven is, and I saw him every morning. He posts like a positive, semi-positive message on Facebook. And he has to go into work. It's around 5:40 every morning. He's sitting there.
Man.
He posts a positive message. And he's out chasing the cheese. So I'm hoping you're having a good cheese chasing day, Raven. Hope you're feeling better. Hope your car is running better. Okay, his car is acting up this morning, but he had to get to work. So it's always something, right?
Yep.
We just talked about that upstairs before we came down into the subterranean vault. There's always something. Always something, especially with those cars. So you can never count on them. Especially with today's gasoline. We were talking about that. The gasoline today. Who thinks the gasoline today pairs in comparison to gasoline from the 70s? When you could run a lawnmower for like 30 years, no problem. Now you get a brand new lawnmower, and like Denny was saying, it might only last 5 years, and the stupid thing won't start. I believe it's the gas. What do you think, Denny?
Yeah, could be the gas. Could be the gas, but maybe it's from where they're getting the gas.
Yeah, could be like some sort of an attack.
Yeah.
We're buying the gas, and then they're ruining our engines, and then the grass can't be cut, so it starts growing, right? Thus limiting our view. Who is it?
There's somebody new watching.
A new who? Who's new?
There's this lady, sweet lady.
How do you know she's sweet?
Because I know.
Do you?
A sweet lady named Kelly.
Kelly?
Kelly.
I don't know Kelly.
You do?
Do I?
Yeah, you do. Hello, Kelly!
What's she doing today?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
What are you doing today that you got time to watch?
Yeah, what are you not doing today?
Yeah. Well, hey, Kelly, this is for you, baby. A wink.
Oh.
A wink. For you.
Miss Kathy, hi.
A wink for Miss Kathy. A wink for Miss Kathy. You don't mind if I give her a wink, do you?
Yeah, no.
There you go. Let's get these out, okay? Well, here's this one's for you, Kelly. This one's for you, baby. Oh, and that was perfect. That was a good one. Let's see what you got. Okay.
Here you go, Miss Kathy.
Oh, man. That was terrible.
Oh, man.
That was terrible. Who else we got? Anybody else deserve one?
No.
Grandpappy. Here's one for Grandpappy. Grandpappy coming right at you, buddy. Meow.
Oh, yeah, and you talking about mine.
Well,
you know what? I'm going to try it upside down and see if it flicks.
I think that's actually right side up to the face.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, see, so maybe that's her issue.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Okay. She's not here yet, but, Miss Childers. Miss Childers always deserves a bat.
Yeah.
Ooh, that wasn't too bad.
And this is going to be he's not here yet either, but for Bill Schaefer, all the way from California. Maybe you'll be on here today. This for you, Bill.
Kelly's at the airport.
Kelly's at the airport. Oh, Kelly's heading on a trip somewhere. Whoa, you're lucky, Kelly.
Where is Kelly?
Kelly's going on a trip. Kelly's going on a trip. Well, you be safe. I love you.
Kelly is a trip.
How you watch? She's watching us at the airport means on a mobile device.
Oh, that's right.
And you know what? That's good because that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be watching us on a mobile device. So that's cool. Now, Denny, we had a little controversy last week. I got to clear it up right at the start of the show. So if you would, I'm going to need your assistance for a moment. If you would put that glove on that hand, please. That glove on this hand.
I know.
Yeah, you're going to have to let that sit for a second. I'm going to need your assistance on this. This is very important. We were called out on something, and so we have to.
This is a white glove test.
Yes. So.
I got it. I got the glove on.
Last week, and as you know, okay, friends of ours, the Chad and Bunny show, okay?
Yeah.
Kirk and Chad and the Bunny show and Nutty's Treehouse. I was presented this pair of Chad's ball sack, right? This is an authentic Chad's ball sack. Chad, or Kirk, challenged that this was not an official Chad's ball sack. You know, he gave it to me. So, this week, now, I take your glove and I hold this up, because I know you don't want to touch Chad's ball sack, okay? What I did was, I went to get a forensic expert, okay? Like a doctor in a white coat or something like that, to come in, to examine these, and to let us know whether or not these are authentic Chad's ball sack. But I couldn't find anybody. The only body I could find in a white coat was our friend, Chef Zach. Yes! Woo! How do you do today, Denny? Hello, everyone.
There's balls.
Let me look at these balls. Now, I have a lot of experience in the meatballs. And so does Denny and Rich. They love my meatballs. They love my balls. Okay? They love Zach's balls. I hold it up now. I will give. I will forensically examine these balls to make sure they are authentic Chad ball sack. Now, of course, I see the plastic bag seems to be, sufficient to what I've seen in the past. Now, the balls, if you jiggle them, they're supposed to light up. Now, I think they might have lost their energy there, but there is right here a authentic sticker that says Chad, what does it say? I can't turn it this way. You read it.
It says Chad's ball sack.
Chad's ball sack.
Chad's ball sack is what it says.
So we have the authentic bag, the authentic jiggly balls, but they're not lighting up right now. And then, of course, the sticker. I say, ouch. Oh, that hurts. I do that sometime. Oh, don't do that. No more, Denny.
It's Chad's balls.
Using all of my knowledge of balls, I am going to have to say 100% that these are indeed an authentic pair of Chad's ball sack. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I put the ball sack down now?
You may put the ball sack back down. Thank you.
Yes. Thank God for gloves.
Yes. Good day, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Denny.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay,
high five. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you. All right. Well, there you go. You can here. You want me to take that here? Just kind of toss it under there. So it's everything's checked out.
There she is, Miss Chowders. Hi, honey.
She's here. Okay,
hello,
we're talking about ball sacks, and then here you go, Amanda. There's a wink for you. Okay.
For Amanda, we already threw the bat. Sorry.
We threw the bat. Hey, look what I got.
In anticipation of your arrival.
Yes.
We threw the bat.
Yes, you did. Did she have a bat?
Yeah, we had a bat. After Kathy.
Look what I got. You had some smog balls. They're gone. So guess what?
There's still some in there.
I had to get some more smog balls because those are good to have here. They last forever. So shout out to Ellie and Gary sending the smog ball. Shout out to Mark Pinto and his whole clan for sending this. Goodies, right?
Yep.
We're still going through those goodies.
We're still. It's been a slow process because of how we've been shooting and inside and outside, because some of that stuff we can't take outside. We don't take it out. If it's outside, if we're out in the G spot, we're not walking our way over to the studio and hauling nothing over, because that's probably approximately at least 100 feet. That's too far for us to walk. Too hot. Because there's chocolate in there.
Yeah, the chocolate in there. Whatever you said. What do we got here? Okay.
I don't know. What do we got?
See what I said? The forensic examination done. Okay.
Yeah,
Raven
the examination was done.
Done. Look at it. I'm doing good here. So, as you all know, our live event will be November 3rd, Sunday, November 3rd, at Atlas Great Lakes Cinema at 6:30. Okay, we'll be posting some movies up very shortly. When we get together Tuesday, I believe we're going to be discussing it. I got some suggestions. Hope Denny does. Hope you have some suggestions of which you can call us with there is a hotline number if you have any suggestions as to what we should play. Okay.
I believe this time we are aiming towards horror, thriller.
Yes, horror,
thriller.
All right.
Horror or thriller.
Yes, I have a couple suggestions that I hope will make the list, but we'll see. But anyways, I started thinking.
That's scary.
Yeah. So we're going to have a live event at the theater, right? And we're going to be showing some scary movies. What if something, what if it's Monster or something like that would come to the theater? What would happen? Are there any movies? See where I'm going with this? Are there any movies about scary happenings inside a theater during a live event? And so I did my research.
All thriller.
Thrillers, killers.
Thriller.
And vanillers. So what?
In a movie theater.
What I came up with, here's some movies that take place in the theater, and some of them are pretty interesting. As a matter of fact, 2 of these I'm going to suggest. I'll let you figure out which 2 they are, but I'm going to suggest for our live event.
Don't tell them now.
I'm not going to tell them.
Wait till it comes out.
I'm going to let them suggest
the official post.
Because I'll probably get chopped off at the knees anyways. I'll probably never make the list. If it isn't Grizzly or Prophecy or something like that. But anyways, here we go. Okay, it's a fun list. Wow, these glasses are not good. The first one is...
Hey, there's only about 30 more pair up in the drawer.
I know, but those are my wife's, okay? I only have a few pairs.
Oh, man, that one's sour.
These are my mobile ones here. Mobile. I don't have my Romeros. Those balls are they getting more sour as they sit down
that
here?
One was sour.
See, I got a brand new fresh bag. It says lime, cherry, strawberry, lemon, blue raspberry, and grape. They all sound good. The first movie, Denny, is called Popcorn from 1991. And it sounds pretty good. A group of film students put together an all-night horror-thon to raise money for their club. So they're showing movies all night long. Those are fun if you've ever been to one of those. It's held in an old theater with a dark past. Don't all theaters have a dark past because you have to make them dark?
They're dark.
Yeah, you have to make them dark. So in the past, they were dark, right? So that didn't make sense. But anyways, guess what, Denny? People start to get killed in ways related to what's showing on the screen. There's B-movie showing up there, and so they will get killed related to what's going on to the screen.
Don't go to the bathroom or go get your popcorn.
Right. This movie did have Dee Wallace in it, playing the mom of one of the students. So it doesn't have like a brand name in it. So that was called Popcorn from 1991.
Hey, Dee, you're a brand name.
You're a brand name, Dee Wallace. Do you know what her last name is?
Wallace.
Dee Wallace.
Dee Wallace.
Who knows out there? I know somebody knows. It's Dee Wallace, but then she got married, and now it's Dee Wallace something blank. Trivia question. Trivia. Mayhem trivia. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Number 2, Anguish from 1987. It's a Spanish film. Did we watch those?
Okay. If you say so.
Spanish film starring Zelda Rubinstein, the small person from Poltergeist. Do you know her?
No.
No, Spanish. I said not English. You don't remember Poltergeist? That's literally our logo.
That little lady in Poltergeist?
The little lady. There you go.
The bowling ball that comes out?
Yeah. This is a mind-bending slasher film with 2 storylines running at the same time. Oh! So if you don't like one storyline, you got 2 storylines, and you got Zelda Rubinstein. Okay. What do you think about that? I didn't do my shout-outs either. Shout-out to Jay Summers and Mark Pinto, to the Frick Brothers, Chris Jackman, Bill Schaefer, Amanda, Ellie, Hollis, and Ed. So many people. Who else? We got anybody else?
Bill Schaefer. Spikowski. What's her first name? Spikowski. Damn.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Spikowski. Michelle Spikowski. Michelle Spikowski. Melissa Schaefer.
Spikowski,
yeah, there you go. Shout out to you guys. And I had one now. I forgot mine. But anyways, shout out to all you guys, okay? Hope you're having a good day.
Gal.
And girls and guys. Well, when I say guys, I meant girls and guys. Because, hey, guys,
Those people out there.
3, Midnight Movie. Ooh, 2008.
Wonder if we could show it.
No, not 2008. Maybe it was 1888. We could show it. No. During a screening of a horror film from the 1970s, the killer from the movie pops in and out of the movie and kills and terrorizes the audience. Scenes from the movie playing are like nods to famous films like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Psycho. So supposedly it's worth it just to see these scenes, recreated scenes from these films. What?
Nothing.
You're pointing at something.
No, I'm tapping the thing.
What's people saying? Are they just all saying hi to everybody?
Yeah, they're just all...
Hi, guys!
They're saying hi to each other, and now they've sort of quieted it.
They quieted down? That's good, because
quieted down.
number 4 is Coming Soon from 2008.
What is?
Coming Soon.
When?
Soon. Coming soon.
How soon?
Soon. It's coming soon.
Coming soon.
This movie...
like a monsoon?
You know what? I don't know. Yes, it kind of like a monsoon because it's a Japanese film.
Oh.
Did you know that in the Philippines they're threatening a monsoon today?
Really?
I just saw that on a news flash. Because I monitor the news down here. We have a big computer room back there. We're always monitoring stuff from around the world. And I saw that the Philippines have been having a lot of rain, and today they're predicting maybe, possibly, we don't know for sure because we don't have Dick Goddard, but it could be a monsoon.
Miss Kathy,
yes,
pops up, says D. Wallace Stone.
Thank you. See, D. Wallace Stone.
Yeah, she looked on her phone.
D. Wallace Stone.
That's all right.
That's all right.
You still got the answer, babe.
That's all right. This is a movie theater crew preparing for the opening of a new horror film based on the live story, but the ghost of the woman in the film starts attacking them. Ooh, Japanese style. Yeah. Oh, whoa, hey, ghost! We gotta be careful.
Oh man,
what?
If their hands were like razor blades,
they'd be called Edward Scissorhands.
Well, okay.
Edward Scissorhands. Speaking of Japanese, I don't know if you watched their live event this past weekend, which will be another new live event this Saturday night at midnight. I'm not sure what the film is yet. Well, they'll let us know. But something happened towards the end of the film, and we were talking Japanese style. Our lips were not matching what we were saying.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't know what happened there. Something happened, but it was a little weird because sometimes the guy's voice on the movie would be, and the girl, oh, it was kind of creepy. But that was a Sherlock Holmes, The Lady in Green, kind of like wonky towards the end. But we had a lot of fun. Hey, if you want to have some fun.
Russian interference.
Russian interference. That's right. Speaking of interference, tonight's football kickoff, right?
Oh, yeah.
7 o'clock. My boys, the Kansas City Chiefs. I forget who they're playing, but it doesn't matter. Baltimore. Oh, good. Crush those Baltimore Ravens. Crush them.
Yeah, but the big question is, will Swift be in the crowd?
Of course you
will. There were some rumors I saw on Facebook that her and Kelsey were going to break up.
No way.
But the fun part was that it had a date. On September 28th, they were going to break up.
Oh, so they got to schedule it in?
Yeah.
Well, she's so busy, they probably did have to schedule, make an appointment. We got to get together so we can get our people, we'll talk to your people about the breakup. Because that stuff, everything's got to be done
break
just right.
Break up the makeup.
Then they have, Yeah. But hey, those, people, popular people like that, famous people, they don't do things like we do. They have to schedule, to take a poop, they probably have to schedule it, right? And then they probably have people come in to examine everything, make sure everything's, proper to their diet or whatever.
Think she uses a bidet?
Yeah. You know what?
Does she actually put toilet paper to her butt?
I doubt it. And if she did, what toilet paper does she use? The good stuff, or like Charmin, or does she use Angel Soft or Kirkland brand from Costco? What do you think?
Oh,
or do they do silk rags? And you're that popular, just a silk rag, or somebody's shirt.
Things you don't want to know.
Yeah, well, things I'd like to know. Wouldn't you like to get together with a really famous person and talk to them about some of these things? You're dying to know.
Yeah. What orange juice do you drink in the morning? Do you eat? What do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy Dean's or Bob Evans. Sausage in the morning.
Right. We want to know. Anybody know any famous people? Ask
Inquiring minds want to know.
There's somebody down there probably know somebody famous, right? Okay, ask me a question, and I'll answer. Any question, I'll answer. Okay. This is for you at home.
All right. What toilet paper's in the house?
There's actually 2 toilet papers in our house, Denny. We do...
Used and unused.
Oh, never mind. Actually, we go with 2 brands here.
2 brands.
Charmin, okay, for our everyday comfort, but for the guest room, Kirkland brand. Because we don't care. We don't care if you're in the guest room. You're using Kirkland. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Okay. How about you, Denny? Let me ask you a question. Let me see here. What kind of coffee brand do you prefer? Maxwell House or Senka or just a generic store brand? Or any coffee?
Well, no. I buy coffee beans and grind them.
What kind of beans?
So currently I've been getting coffee from, you'll find it at Drug Mart, and they sell Ghoulardi's coffee.
Ghoulardi's
Very coffee. Good. And Ghoulardi's coffee happens to be roasted over in Brecksville.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
So I used to sell furniture at a company across the street from Ghoulardi's. And so I just saw that and going, hey, it's a great deal. Just Ghoulardi, send me coffee. But Drug Mart has it on sale sometime. They're about 12 ounces or something.
Yeah.
It's 2 bags for $7.99.
And you grind them yourself?
And then they got the little grinder there. So you run it through the grinder into the bag, seal it, pay for it.
I've had Ghoulardi's because they also make some.
They got flavored. A bunch
Southern Pecan is one of my favorites they have there. I like Southern Pecan.
Yeah. So that's usually my go-to, especially being cheap or being retired. Yeah, I get the coffee and get it. A couple different flavors, styles. Grind the beans.
Well, that's why we have to cut corners too. I'm retired as well, so of course, the guest room gets the Kirkland.
Yeah.
And for the Royal front, most people do use the front bathroom anyways, not the rear bathroom. So just so you know. But anyways, now you know.
The bathroom in the rear?
Yeah. Yes. Out in the outhouse. Outhouse. Okay.
You think he's joking?
I'm not joking.
No, I know it.
Actually, my wife's cousin has a really fancy outhouse.
I wonder where you keep finding those Sears catalogs.
They're getting hard to get. Right now, I had to move it up to like those flyers you get in the mail from J.C. Penney with the coupon on it. But they're so slick, nothing wants to stick on that. It's really hard to, it's bad. You know what else is good? That envelope that comes. I said envelope. I messed up. Envelope. That comes that's got the 100 coupons in it. And it may have a check in it for $150, but never does. Those are good because you just put them up there and you just take one at a time. It's like one sheet at a time. You got like a 50 or 60 panels.
No sheet.
Yeah. Hey, you listen to this show, we're going to teach you how to cut corners. Believe me, we cut a lot of corners around here.
Bye, Kathy. Enjoy your lunch.
Kathy's leaving?
She's having lunch with her mom.
Well, her
stepmom, actually.
Tune in here and have lunch with us.
That's possible. Maybe they will once they get there.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, check this out.
I don't know what she's all, guys. How about Demons, 1985?
Demons.
Had to put that one on the list. That's the Lamberto Bava Dario Argenta classic, where a masked man passes out some free tickets to a secret screening of a film in Berlin, which is weird since they're Italian and this film was in Berlin. But one of the female attendees scratches her face on a mask hanging in the lobby and slowly turns into a flesh-eating demon. Ooh. Then every time a person is attacked by the demon, they turn into demons. And so everybody's turning into a demon, and they start to attack the audience. And the audience is locked in to the theater. They gotta try to fight to survive. It has great music from the 80s and awesome makeup effects. That's Demons. Number 6 is called The Last Showing, 2014. Robert Englund, Freddy himself, okay? Freddy Krueger is a theater employee and an ex-projectionist. He decides to make his own film featuring a couple that he somehow manages to trick them to coming to a screening of The Hills Have Eyes 2, which is an actual film. Somehow he managed to trick them to come there. They're the only ones in the audience. Okay, he plays a scary game of cat and mouse. Okay, and even in one of the scenes, he even professes his love for the work of Wes Craven. Well, Wes Craven did a lot of films with Robert Englund, as well as did The Hills Have Eyes 2.
Process Demons is a classic movie from The Professor.
Professor, yes, it is. Thank you, Professor. And if you would like more to Professor's...
Glad to see you're listening.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure you watch the Haunted Microwave Show on Facebook every Tuesday night at 7:30, except for beware. He may start like 10 minutes early and you totally miss everything. But that's the Professor Show, the Haunted Microwave Show. And we'll get to some more of those shows in a little bit here. We got to finish this list off before Denny falls asleep. Number 7, John Carpenter's called Cigarette Burns from 2005. Actually, it's not really a movie. It's an episode of Masters of Horror. This episode featuring Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead, before he was in The Walking Dead, is a movie theater owner searching for a lost film that once upon viewing it, the audience is driven violently insane. Ooh. That sounds pretty good, right? That's just a 1-hour TV show. Number 8.
Can we show it?
No, we can't show anything in this century.
Okay.
Number 8, All About Evil, 2010, directed by, I can't remember that. By the infamous drag queen. Now, I don't know too many drag queens, but this one's supposedly infamous. Her name is Peaches Christ. Peaches Christ. She's a drag queen superstar. Man, it's Peaches Christ. When a mousy headlight...
Sounds a little fruity.
Yeah. Woo. How'd you come up with that?
Taking a couple ways.
That's pretty good.
It's a pitch, man.
Yeah. When a mousy lady librarian inherits an old theater from her dad, her evil stepmom wants her to sell it. So, after taking so much crap from her, she kills the stepmom and makes an accidental snuff film, okay? The snuff film is so popular, she has to keep making them, okay? Of course, right? If one's popular, you can't just stop. You've got to keep making snuff films.
Yeah.
If you don't know, England. Yeah. If you don't know what a snuff film is, it's a film featuring a supposedly live murder. Those are very illegal. Okay. I was looking today.
See them on the news all the time, though. Yeah.
I did see somebody post today about Cannibal Holocaust, which is a famous movie from the early 80s.
Can we show it?
No. This movie is so gross that it featured animal cruelty, where they skinned a live alligator, I guess. And it also supposedly, allegedly, we don't know, but supposedly somebody on there was convicted, it said, of actual murdering some of the cast members. Because it's filmed out in like the rainforest or somewhere with some tribe that they actually found. It was an actual... one of these tribes that live off the grid.
Amazon tribes.
Yeah.
Nobody knows or wants
to see. So if you've ever seen that
Cannibal Fro. You find them and you never leave, so to speak.
Yeah. It's also called Cannibal Fro or Cannibal Holocaust, but I never could sit through that thing. It was not the best. Italian too. Italian, you know what they do? They always got to gouge out an eyeball, right? But this All About Evil actually had Elvira in it in a small role. Elvira. Cassandra Peters. Number 9 is called The Final Girls.
Was she clothed?
Yes, she was clothed. Now she's playing a mom in this thing.
Okay.
A mother. A MILF.
Yeah.
Number 9. The Final Girls from 2015. A high school senior mourning the loss of her mom, an ex-Green Queen. Okay, that's what makes it interesting. In an accident. She is asked by her friends to go see a screening of Camp Bloodbath, one of her mom's films that she made before she died in the accident. While there, the theater catches on fire. Her and her friends escape out the back, but they find themselves on the set of Camp Bloodbath and must survive. So you could do a time paradox.
They must survive.
And they have to go into Camp Bloodbath. Doesn't that sound good?
Bloodbath.
Camp Bloodbath.
Camp Bloodbath.
Number 10. And actually, there's only 9 on here, but I had this one. Chris, I had this one for you. So listen up. Professor Von Ross, this one's for you. Theater of Blood with Vincent Price. One of your favorites, right? Takes place in the theater, and he plays all kinds of different characters. The great Vincent Price. Price. That was some movies in the theater. Now, 2 of them I'm thinking about suggesting for the film for live event. See if you can guess which ones they were. And I won't tell you if you're right till they're accepted to the list, but stay tuned for that list. What do you think about that?
They'll probably be on. And you'll keep check our Facebook pages for
yes,
info soon.
Yes. Keep your eyes peeled. Get that knife out. Peel your eyeballs. I made it.
And he's shaking his head.
Who's saying?
Ross says no.
Yeah. That one's in the box, supposedly. But you can't nobody keeps baby in a box or Vincent Price in a box. So it probably will rear its ugly head once again. Now, Chris knows Saturday night during the live chat on the Sherlock Holmes movie, I made up a joke. Right like that, I made a joke.
You made up a joke.
And I don't know if anybody laughed because it's a live chat. Nobody types like, ha, ha, ha. So I thought I'd share it with our audience today.
Okay.
Because I thought it was pretty funny. So we'll see what you think of it. Because I know you didn't say it.
Oh, I love it.
The live chat. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Here it is. Why did Sherlock Holmes get into trouble with the IRS?
Why did Sherlock Holmes get in trouble with the IRS?
Yes.
I don't know why.
They didn't allow his deductions. I made that up live on the live chat. And if you're on the live chat with us Saturday nights at midnight, there's probably going to be more of those jokes made up.
Not bad. Presser says crickets.
Crickets my butt. That's comedy in a half shell. What?
Oh, just crickets and butt. I was just checking to make sure there's no crickets.
There ain't no crickets around here. That's
a
good joke.
Childers is laughing.
Thank you. That's a good one. And I wrote that live during the live chat. And I come up with a lot of stuff during the live chat. So it's not just a boring 2 hours. No. We're chatting. The Bearded Wolf is usually on there. I'm on there. So
I'll be on there if I figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to get Denny aboard there. He's having a little issues figuring out technology, but don't we all? So that was good, right? Okay, what else we got here? Hey, here's a little tidbit for you, Triv, even though you're not listening.
Well, he might be, and he's just not saying that.
Yeah, I'm surprised Big Will's not on there either this week.
And Vern, they could be listening, but
they're probably hauling butt.
Behind the scenes.
Probably a short week, so they probably had to work extra hard this week to catch up.
Yeah.
But, what?
They had to work.
Yeah. But they are making a sequel to one of his favorite movies. This is the second sequel, Train to Busan. Triv loves that zombie movie. Yep, they're making Train to Busan 3, and it should be out very shortly. So more fun with those zombies in the Philippines, baby.
Never heard him mention Busan 2.
Yeah, Busan 2. Actually, we talked about that last year during this show. I never did see it. I didn't know where it happened to it, but now they're already talking about Busan 3. And as Triv always says, now I saw the first one. It was pretty good, but Triv's always saying, see it in that language. See it with the, what's it called?
Oh, the captions?
The captions. I don't want to spend half the time reading, yikes, So I watch it with the American. I don't care. But anyways, that's coming out. Hey, congrats to the Vortex for 14 years of horror hosts, okay? Oh. So if you watch our show sometimes, we're on the Vortex on horrorhost.net. Okay, you can watch the Vortex we can watch us online on the Vortex. 14 years of nothing but horror hosts. So thank you for your work. Thank you for helping us have another place to play. And so make sure you guys go on horrorhost.net. Check out the Vortex with all kinds of cool shows on there. You also want to, of course, while we're talking about it, you want to check out the Monster Channel, okay? The monsterchannel.com. Yeah, a little code, and if you need the code, let us know. We'll get you the code. Bada boop, bada boop. You can watch us on the Monster Channel, Monday nights double feature, okay, starting at 10 o'clock till 2 a.m. You can watch us on WWON, another free channel, okay? Very simple to add. Once you get it on there, you're going to love it. People are telling us how much they love WWON with their vintage commercials, their old films. And guess what? 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday, of these guys and some other guys. The Midnight Movie 5 nights a week with a different movie every night. That's awesome in itself.
You know what?
What's up?
We're not going to say a lot about it, but here within the next week or two, we may be showing out of state.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Out of state. We like out of state.
We may be expanding to not just the 40, there are 49 states missing our fund.
Yeah. Well, that's good news, Denny.
Well, down to 48.
They're not all missing because these Roku channels can be found anywhere in the world. But on legitimate TV, that's exciting news. And we're working on something else, but I'm not even going to tip into that yet. But it's very exciting news. Very exciting. So we are stretched thin, but we're working behind the scenes to bring you even more fun. Right, Denny?
Yeah.
So much fun. You can't even
spreading the fun.
Stick at it. We're spreading fun wherever we go, like a virus. What else I got here?
Spreading the fun.
Of course, some upcoming stuff.
Fun's last name is?
Whose? No. Our live event, November 3rd. Don't forget that. Mark that in your calendars, okay? We always have fun prizes for every concession you buy. You get a ticket. Possible win some prizes.
There's another show coming up, aren't there?
Yeah, that's getting there, Denny.
Oh.
The Akron Comic-Con, okay, November 9th and 10th at Emilio's Expo Center in Cuyahoga Falls. Your boys are going to be there, okay? The whole gang's going to be in the house. They better be in the house.
They should be.
Yeah, they should be in the house. They got enough notice.
Gang.
But we're going to be there both days. Akron Comic-Con, November 9th and 10th.
Maybe you might have that opportunity for those that don't have Vern's signature to, perhaps get his autograph on a few things.
Yeah. Whatever. I got a note right here. Now, of course, some more exciting news. We've been waiting for this for
more.
Yeah, we got all the news. Then this is. Don't you know by now, people at home, this is where you come to get your exciting news. Okay. If you want your exciting fun, you go watch the Midnight Movie. If you want exciting fun and news, you come watch the Midday's Mayhem. But we've been waiting. Most people have been waiting many years for this, and it's finally going to occur starting tomorrow night. Okay, it's going to be released upon the world officially. The new Beetlejuice movie. Okay, Beetlejuice, it's called. All right. Some people have already seen it, and it's getting pretty good rave reviews. I'm looking forward to seeing it because I'm excited to see Michael Keaton back where he belongs, playing a comedic role, not as a Batman, not as a Birdman, not as a.
I haven't even really seen it. Is Ryder back too?
Who?
Winona Ryder?
Yeah, Winona's back. The mom is back. I don't think they got the what's his face that shot somebody. He's probably still, dealing with that. Yeah, a lot of them are back. Okay, I see the little shrunken headed guys are back. Okay, so it looks like a lot of fun.
Last one.
Yeah, I got a whole new set right here, buddy. We're gonna keep the smog balls rolling here. Those are tasty. Here's some fun facts. Okay, Denny, I'm gonna share with you about
facts.
Beetlejuice.
FF for short.
Beetlejuice facts. Okay, and this first one kind of blew my mind, but I don't know if it's possible. I might have to use Trivs, possibly, maybe. We don't know for sure. Even though it was cited in a couple different things, because I do double check my facts. But do you know who the first choice Tim Burton had to play Beetlejuice?
Robin Williams.
No. Nope. Not Robin Williams. This one's going to blow your mind, but I swear I double-checked the facts. I don't see how it could be possible, but it was Sammy Davis Jr. That was Tim Burton's. That's who he had in mind when he wrote the film or whatever like that. It was getting it together. He wanted Sammy Davis Jr. Now, the film was made in 1986 or something like that. Sammy Davis Jr. died in 2 years later. I don't know if he's in any shape, but that was his first thought, Sammy Davis Jr. Can you imagine how different the film would have been? Do you think Sammy could have pulled it off? He was an amazing performer.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, and then the professor says John Wayne, very funny.
John Wayne, a good friend of
very
Sammy Davis
funny.
Jr. Well, I don't know any lines from Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. You done called me, and here I come. Welcome to the afterlife, partner.
Welcome, Pilgrim.
Welcome, Pilgrim. So Sammy Davis Jr. The film's name was almost changed by the company. Tim Burton called it Beetlejuice, but the company, they wanted to call it House Ghosts. House Ghosts. That don't sound too good. No. Joking around, Tim Burton said, well, why don't we just call it Scared Sheetless? They liked that idea too. For a while, they were going to call it Scared Sheetless, and he was only joking. But finally, at the last minute, they came to their senses, and they called it Beetlejuice. So, can you imagine a movie called House Ghosts? That don't sound good. Yeah. Scared Sheetless might have been all right, but... the iconic Deo scene. We were just talking about the little heads and stuff. Deo by Harry Belafonte. That almost didn't get included in the original Beetlejuice movie. Now it's one of the most iconic scenes that you remember from the movie, that whole dancing scene. Yeah. But Tim Burton didn't think it was funny when he shot it. And just at the last minute, he decided to include it. And now it's one of the most famous scenes in the whole film.
These guys filming the movies don't always know what.
Exactly. So imagine if
Wonder who talked them into it, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, you got to put it in there.
Yeah, put it in. It'll be good.
Or did they do some, what's the preview shows showing it to some people?
Needed something or something, whatever.
You know, somebody said people were laughing and went, hey, you know.
Beetlejuice himself, Michael Keaton, is only in the film for less than 14 minutes in the original Beetlejuice. So he's not in it very much. And I hope he's in it more in the new one.
I think Triv would have to remember, but I think that was something that we might have had in a trivia on the show or a tidbit that... Actually, I think it was a tidbit I came up when...
You came up with that one?
I think.
He was only in it for 14 minutes? Let's go one. Maybe it's a rehash. The film did win the Best Academy Award for Best Makeup that year. Okay, also won the Saturn Award for Best Film.
Or being closest to Uranus.
No.
Well, Saturn is pretty close.
Saturn is pretty close to Uranus, but I don't know.
Neither do I.
If you want a little extra fun, if you want a little extra Beetlejuice fun, you can go on YouTube, because you're going to go on there anyways and be like Big Den T. You're going to sign up, get an account so you can go in the live chat. But while you're on there, okay, you can look up a Beetlejuice fan film by Chris R. Notarile called Beetlejuice. It's called Beetlejuice. His username is Blinky500. And it's like a 20-minute long fan film of Beetlejuice. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. It's different. So check that out if you're, wanting a little tidbit of Beetlejuice, a little Beetlejuice bite. Okay, because like I said, you're going to be going on there anyway, because you're going to want to be doing this live chat with us on Saturday nights at midnight. You can also always go on. Remember, we're on the Midnight Movie Pods on YouTube. You can go on there anytime. All kinds of fun content on there. The Bearded Wolf, we haven't heard from him today, but he's been putting new revamped episodes of the Middays Mayhem on there, so I'm pretty assured that he'll probably be putting more up today. So look for a new release on that.
I went on the other day.
Yeah.
And there was the Skitacular.
A new Skitacular?
No, that was an older one, but I watched it again.
Oh, yeah, those Skitaculars are funny.
They're sometimes we're pretty damn funny.
We are. We're funny.
Yeah, sometimes.
Did I read you a joke that I wrote? That's funny stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
While you're
go ahead,
going, we're just going to need a couple numbers for the book.
Oh, yeah. While we're waiting, hey, here's some cool items. As the Halloween season is approaching, whenever I come across a cool item to share with you guys, I'm going to do it. And I thought this was from Mark's. Yeah. And guess what? You can't get these no more. I think they're sold out. This is pretty cool, though. It's an inflatable body display figure. So remember when you were a kid, you always were trying to build a dummy, the newspapers and stuff. This is an inflatable body. Now, that's what you see over there, Denny. I was going to put him on set, but he didn't want to stand up over here. But it's just an inflatable body. You blow it up with the thing, okay, and then you what?
Well, look where the thing is.
I know he's over there because he was over here, but he didn't stand up right, and I have time to mess with him. So you'll see him in coming weeks. But that's a pretty cool item. You use your own mask, shirt, and pants, and you make your own display character, and you don't have to stuff the newspapers in him. He's all lumpy and stuff like that. This thing works really well. So if you see one of these out, I recommend that you grab it because these were all sold out 2 days later up at Mark's, and it was only $5.99 at Mark's. People grab these. I have one. I'll show you next week if I can get him over here. I ran out of time to tell you the truth. What else was I going to tell? Oh, this weekend, okay, the Monster Channel. Make sure you check out the Monster Channel. A lot of good stuff on there. I do want you to know that at 11:40 on the Monster Channel Friday night, Doc Dredd reviews. He's going to be reviewing a movie called A Creepy Story. A creepy story to tell. Yeah. Creepy story to tell. So
Doc,
check out
if you're
Doc's.
listening, hello, you start having some kind of procedure done.
Doc's having a procedure, which I would not want anybody to have, but he's a tough man.
No, it's not a vasectomy.
No.
Yeah.
No, maybe I'd rather have that over what he does. He's a tough man, and he's having. I hope everything's going well. Here's a blink for you, a wink. Get it? A wink for Doc. Get it?
Yeah. He's finally being circumcised.
Oh.
Page 17.
Page 17,
Oh, you got more?
No, I don't know. I'm looking in this old thing here. Old notes. Just, there's sometimes there's good stuff on old notes. I did want to tell everybody about if you're living here in the Ohio area, October 6th is Medina Square. Curiosities and Cryptids Festival, 12 to 5. Oh, and Saturday here in Cleveland also, in Lakewood, Ohio, okay? Shout out to the Cleveland Haunt Club. And the Count of Cleveland, Joey, Krisek. They're having their 20th annual zombie walk that kicks off, I think, at noon from the, what's it called, the 5 o'clock tavern? 5 o'clock tavern in Lakewood. They're in Detroit Avenue.
5 o'clock somewhere.
You can get there. It costs $5, like to get in or whatever like that. For $10, they'll do you up as a zombie. Bring a couple cans of food to donate, and it's 20th year the zombie walk.
Yeah.
So congratulations
Professor says
on that.
The Haunted Microwave will be reviewing the movie Ghoul School.
Ghoul School. So this coming Tuesday at 7:30. Okay, mark that down. Get on Facebook, find the Haunted Microwave show, and he's going to be reviewing Ghoul School. You know what's great? The Doc's reviewing these movies. I once want to review movies and Haunted Microwave, so you don't have to watch them. You don't have to waste your time. If they're good or bad, we'll let you know. Now
you get an idea what you're heading in for.
Yes. Okay. Now I had two choices on page 17. Who requested this?
This is Professor.
Professor. I had two. Actually, I have 4 adventures. Okay, the adventures of 4 different people. Okay.
I do the third one.
The third one. Okay. Good choice, Denny. I guess this is. Let me get my reading glasses on. The Adventures of Sir Lancelot.
Ooh.
Yeah, Sir Lancelot from 1956, okay? Ran from 1956 to 1957. Starring William Russell, Jane Hilton, Robert Lee Hunt, Cyril Smith, Peter Bennett, and Bobby Scroggins. What a name, Scroggins.
Never heard of him.
This series, consisting of stories of the most famous knight of the Round Table, Sir Lancelot, was he the most famous? It was filmed in England after extensive research had been done by Oxford University to guarantee the authenticity of the 6th and 7th century settings. Can you say that at home? Can you say it here? No. 6th and 7th century settings. 6th and 7th century settings. 6th and 7th century settings. Okay, I said it. Themes for the episodes came from assorted legends surrounding the chivalrous acts of Sir Lancelot and the other members of King Arthur's court. Okay. What do you think about that?
Well, they were a basketball team.
Yeah. They might as well be like the Globetrotters,
they
right?
were on the court. Or did they play tennis?
No, it's interesting you said that, Denny. Sometimes I wonder about this skull. Because you said basketball, right?
Yes.
Well, think about this, okay? The lead that played Sir Lancelot was William Russell. Wasn't there a famous
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, basketball player.
Oh.
See how he ties that in?
Oh, man.
Right when you think that there's nothing going on, something happens. What else we got?
We got page 81 from Grandpappy.
Grandpappy calling out page 81. Now the old complete directory, the primetime network TV shows, 1946 presents by Tim Brooks and Earl Marsh. Okay, 80 what? 87?
81.
81? 81. Here it is. It's called The Big Issue.
The Big Issue?
Oh, that sounds terrible. We're not doing that one. We're going to go to this one instead. The Big Idea. A lot of big stuff here. The Big Idea from 1952. Okay.
What's the big idea?
Well, it had a host named Don Bennett, and Don was spelled with two N's. That's always trouble. Whenever you get it down with two N's. Okay. The regular panelist was Ray Wood. Well, wouldn't Wood be a panelist?
Okay, ring the bell.
See how fast we are? We're coming up with stuff left and right. This unusual program displayed new inventions with commentary by a panel and interviews with guest inventors. So they had a piece of wood there and some new inventors. Interesting. The presentations were entirely straight. And most of the inventions shown were useful. What?
Michelle Spikowski, you're here.
Hey, Michelle Spikowski.
How you doing?
Oh, wait. Here's a wink for you, Michelle. A wink machine.
She's a longtime fan.
She is.
Yeah, longtime fan.
And like the Tumas, they usually watch later in the day. Shout out to the Tumas, the whole family of the Tumas.
Tuma family.
Hey, you guys, we're coming November 3rd, our live event. We'd love to see all you guys come. Hey, even you out-of-towners. Grandpappy. Okay, it's at the Atlas Great Lakes Theater in Mentor. It's free. It's 6:30. We're going to show something. It's a lot of fun. We'd love to see you guys come out.
Or the
Akron
Comic-Con.
Or the Akron Comic-Con. You come out and see us the 9th and 10th of November. We'll be there as well. But wouldn't it be fun to have them come to our live event? Yes. We're trying to pack the house because the more people we get in there, the more often they want us to do it, guys. So, and it's a lot of fun and it's free and you can win stuff. I got some prizes I've been gathering over in the other storeroom. What do you see some of the stuff I got?
Yeah, we got some pretty good stuff. We usually give away some good stuff.
We do. We do give out some good stuff. Where am I here? These most of the inventions shown were useful. Well, that's good, right? Well, hey, it's kind of like Shark Tank.
Yeah, that's
kind of like a new Shark Tank or old Shark Tank. A sample of what a viewer might see on The Big Idea: a woman's inflatable bathing suit. Why would a woman want an inflatable bathing suit? Don't they want it to look smaller? An inflatable coat hanger.
Well, some might want to look bigger.
Oh, that's true. That's a good idea, Denny. See what I'm telling you guys?
Yeah, just saying.
An inflatable coat hanger. A dartboard that lit up.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
What are you playing darts in the dark? Isn't that dangerous?
Well, no, but I mean, you're however feet away, unless you got a light over top of it, and light.
Well, most people do, don't they? Have like a light and a whole scoring pad. A golf bag that stood up by itself. I got some clothes that stand up by themselves sometimes when I wear them. Golf bag, though, I don't know. Here it is. I'm sorry. A golf bag that stood up by itself. Oh, a complete miniature orchestra. Oh, a whole orchestra. Miniature orchestra. A lunchbox with self-contained hot plate. That don't sound like something that they want you bringing in to work. A refrigerated lunchbox. Well, that makes sense, right? That one might be something.
Something like that nowadays, where you can sort of plug it in.
Yeah, this guy was ahead of his time. A self-snuffing ashtray. Self-snuffing. Oh, we talked about snuff films earlier. Yeah. So it's a self-murdering ashtray, right? So describe to him. A collapsible smoking pipe. Okay. Spring-loaded shoe heels. Spring-loaded
shoe heels.
Rotating shoe heels. Oh, I see something bad
coming up. For the army, so when you...
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, when you do that turn.
Yeah, when you had to...
Right! Hey! Right?
You just spin on your shoe.
You just spin on your rotating shoe heel. A clothesline with permanently attached clothespins. Okay. A device for preventing storm windows from falling off. That's called a screw. I think.
A nail.
Yeah, or a nail. This one's getting bad, though, Denny. We're getting real close here. A device to allow cars to park sideways. They just come out with that again now, right?
Yeah.
Where your car will park sideways. This one, Denny, this one's bad, okay? And I didn't make it up. I want you to look right here. It's called the Dicky Doot. A Dicky Doot.
Doot or Dicky Doubt?
Dicky Doubt.
Dicky Doubt.
Dicky Doubt. It's right here in the book, people. We're not making this up. A device to hold blouses and shirts in place. So it's your Dicky. It keeps your Dicky in place. Yeah. Keeps everything in place. So if your Dicky, you don't want your Dicky out of place.
No.
So you want it, you want it where you want it. And of course, an individual plastic nose filter for allergy sufferers. So like a filter you stick up your nose. That's not a bad idea, especially around him. I could use some of them. Write that down. Nose filters.
Yeah, I'm not sticking anything up my ass.
No, but that's why I'm sticking something up my nose. The big idea was first scheduled. Bad news, guys. Against CBS's I Love Lucy.
Oh, jeez.
Bad news.
Loser.
That wasn't not only the big idea, it was a bad idea. It was probably seen by nobody except friends and families of the inventors. It later moved to Thursday night, but the damage had been done. Yeah, bad idea.
Yeah,
hey, let's put this new show against, you know what? Nobody should have went against Lucy, except maybe more Lucy. What do you got? One more real quickie? A quickie?
No, nobody gave a number.
Okay.
One here.
What?
I got one.
You got one? Give me something deep.
213.
213 for Denny. Do it real fast. 213 for Denny. Because that was, last one was a good one. I think I've been here before. This one's got the Donald O'Connor Texaco show. Okay? With Donald O'Connor playing himself. Sid Miller was himself. Okay? What is this here? The Donald O'Connor show and the Jimmy Durante show. The nose in that coffee. Okay, remember Jimmy Durante? Yeah. It was O'Connor's half of the venture. It was like a double thing. So one half was Donald O'Connor show. The other half was Jimmy Durante. Okay, his half of the adventure was called Here Comes Donald. Okay, which is also another show based on Donald Trump. I hear it's called Here Comes Donald. They're working on that. True story. It was loosely structured situation comedy whose primary function was to let Donald perform as a singer and dancer with his longtime songwriting partner, Sid Miller. Okay?
The comma with Hiroshi,
who are you talking about? Yeah. Durante?
Durante. You should have toes and nose.
Toes and nose. See? That's why I keep him around. You should probably would have been successful if they called it that. So the basic storyline was Donald and Sid, two young songwriters, trying to find buyers for their songs and just winding up in situations where they had to sing, dance, and be comedians. Just like we do, you know. Oh, we're in a situation. Let's sing, let's dance, let's make romance. Yeah, see? We could do that, too. Well, don't you? I don't have
you were talking about romance.
I ordered the nose filters.
You said singing, dancing, that's romance. Ain't happening, bro.
These are legit. Chad, Kirk, look at that right there. Now, if you don't remember where you're putting your ball sacks, you don't know
where your balls have been.
You got an issue. Yeah. What else we got, Denny?
That's it.
That's all we got for today.
That's it.
That's it. We cleaned house.
We're done.
All right. Well, we hope you guys have a great weekend. Football kickoff, if you're into that, starts tonight. Okay, on the Peacock channel. You can also, and guess what? You get Peacock where, Denny? On the Roku. So when you're on there, you download WWON, you download the Monster Channel.
NBC showing it tonight, too.
Oh,
that's why I thought I saw something.
Okay, well, NBC, yeah, you're right, because that's Channel 3. That's better, because I love going on the Roku. It's no problem at all. And then also, tomorrow night, they're playing Friday night's game, the Packers versus somebody else playing.
Yeah, there's games like every day.
Yeah, and then, of course, the big game right here, 4:25 Sunday, our very own Cleveland Browns are taking on those nasty Cowboys. So, looking forward to that.
So, Go Brownies.
Go Browns. I'm going to make my way around. Denny's going to take us out. Denny, you have control.
We're taking out. Grandpappy said good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for dropping in. We appreciate it.
You know, we'll see you next. Yeah, we will see you next Thursday, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, next Thursday. Oh, that's right. I had that date.
Yeah,
we'll see you next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Who knows what we'll be talking about?
I don't even know.
Whatever it will, you'll enjoy it. Hopefully. Because we enjoy telling you.
Hey, and if you have any ideas of something you want us to talk about, message us. Let us know. We'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
We're pretty knowledgeable in everything except for math.
No, well, speak for yourself. But anyway, hey, everybody take care. Have a great weekend. Remember, we're on Saturday night, at the various channels. Check out our website and the TMM pods and YouTube. So YouTube Live. So everybody take care. Love you all.